Good morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to a brand new edition of Matt's Vlogs. It's Saturday the 15th of January 2021. This video is overdue by 16 days. I promised I'd do this straight after New Year. And obviously some of you might have already noticed the beard's gone, the hair has gone crazy colour blonde. Total accident, it wasn't meant to happen. But I'm really glad that I can do a video because it's been finding the motivation recently. I've had like a dip in what doing YouTube. I've been concentrating on other things. I'm currently obviously in the process of trying to sell my flat so I can move to a bigger place. So I've been sort of just getting little bits done, and I'm changing over estate agents in the next week. I'm heading over to a guy called Dan who's recently left the estate agent I was with, and I've decided I approached him because I saw it sort of flag up on Facebook. And I saw some properties of his on Rightmove. So I thought, oh, I'll give you a go. It seems to be a very different aspect to selling. He's got access to 200 other agents and across the country. So it's exciting. I'm actually generally looking forward to this. So from the end of the week, it starts all over again for me. So he came in yesterday, we did the photos, we've got the place blitzed and we've got everything right. So it's gonna be fantastic. Actually, I'm really looking forward to it. So that's giving me that motivation. And obviously it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I have not slept at all since yesterday afternoon after I had a quick nap. But that's the reason, is because I'm on night shift tonight, coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. So I generally don't sleep on the day of my night shift. So I thought I'd make a quick video sort of reflecting back on 2020, which I should have done earlier. But before I do that, I just want to play some snazzy titles so we can start the video. So cue the titles and I'll see you in about 10 seconds. I hope you like them. They were quite fun to make on my iPhone. Actually, this is what I'm filming on, and I've also got something, a little selfie light, sort of bring the light, but I don't know how it's going to work. Hopefully it looks better, but if not, I'll just go back to the conventional phone. It just sort of brings out a bit more colour, and obviously this gets filmed on 4K. So yeah, so for me, 2020, wow, what a crap year it really was, wasn't it? I had a fantastic start to the year. I made some new friends. Obviously I was back at a workplace where I really enjoyed, still there. You know, we were going out, we were having fun. You know, I made great new friends, you know, best friends who are still, you know, I really enjoyed the first few months. And then boom, lockdown happened. I knew the situation was coming. It was inevitable that it was. But to the extent of what has happened, I would never have thought of this. I don't think anyone would. It really is a once in a generation event. And, you know, you think in 20, 30 years time, we'll be looking back on these 2 years and we'll be like, blimey, I've definitely seen a different outlook to how I'm going to be going forward. It's crazy. So yeah, so we get to March, lockdown happens. Oh, what do I do? I close up because I can't see your friends. My family I wasn't allowed to see because obviously it was the stay-at-home orders and the social bubbles back then weren't there. So I locked myself in here in my flat. I'd only go out at night, like I said back in my end of June vlogs, obviously when I was discussing what was going on. I was having some conversations with people, having telephone calls, video chats over a course, you know. And then, you know, 2 events in April. I missed a birthday. I couldn't do anything, you know, but managed to, you know, celebrate some sort of way. And then come to May, not a lot happens. My stepdad's birthday was in May. And then mine 2 weeks later. Obviously I had a lockdown birthday. By then I think the social bubbles were included, but I couldn't stay here on my own on my birthday, so I went over to my mum's, spent the day with them to the evening to the next morning. So I wasn't on my own. I had a cool poster that my friend sent me, Emily. It was a lockdown party on my own one. I did obviously celebrate here on my own for a couple of drinks. And obviously not doing much, no exercise. I put on so much weight and I literally was very heavy. Obviously I had another accident with dyeing hair, so my hair got really long. It was much longer than what this is. It was nuts. I never want to get back to that point. Obviously I wasn't working because we all got furloughed. So you get to June and the motivation kicked in. I was like, no, I'm determined to start losing weight. Obviously social bubbles were included. So I moved, so I obviously, I went to my sister's. Obviously I didn't go straight to hers from mum, so I stayed away I isolated sort of for 10 days to 14 days. So I wasn't around anyone. I obviously got food shops delivered. If I did go out, it would be when no one's out. I used to go out in the evenings for the walks. So I went there and had a really dodgy haircut. So Emma, thanks for that. I'm not going to post pictures. If you've probably seen it on my Instagram or Matt's vlogs, or if you're part of my normal Instagram of Matty Boy Matty, it'll be on there. I'll never do that again. You know, I was so happy when the barbers reopened, when lockdown lockdown got lifted. I managed to go in and get my hair properly sorted out, because it was all sort of different lengths. It was, you know, I had this mishmash of blonde on top. And I just did not like it. It was horrible. So I thanked my barber Abby. She sorted me out, and then I did something a bit crazy. We decided to dye my hair silver. Did a couple of stints of that, which came out well. I actually really liked it. My hair was proper short. It's good. And obviously I went back to work. I lost a load of weight. I had that routine. We were busy. You know, certain aspects of the business weren't open, but it was still doing stuff. And then obviously September, October, really good. Just cracked on working. And then Mr. Johnson decides to dither and delay and not throw in a 2-week circuit breaker, and we got pushed into another month. So the whole of November, we were locked down, back on furlough. Oh my God, I closed up. The November time for me was when everything was hitting home. Loneliness kicked in, anxiety, low mood, depression, you know, it all sort of built up, and I did get low. I got very low. It was lucky, you know, I didn't fall to pieces. You know, I had my friends to support me and my family. I was lucky I had the social bubble, so I did go and see my parents, or mum and stepdad. Obviously dad lives in London, another story for another day. That was a crazy time. Then obviously we reopened back in December. Was it December we reopened? Yes, beginning of December we reopened. Oh, Christmas, it just went quiet. I've never known it's been quiet ever since. And then obviously this new variant came out. Christmas was allowed. Don't know why. We should have not even bothered with Christmas. It should have just been cancelled. Everyone could have survived 1 year without Christmas. But look what's happened. If you've noticed since that, everything, I'm not going to go into, because I'm not going to get political and start moaning and ranting, but it has changed it, and now we're back into another lockdown, and there is no end in sight at the moment, because they haven't announced a date. There's no plan. You know, they're vaccinating millions of people, but there's no other plan. It's like, we'll get this done and then we'll look at it on the 15th of February. Surely we should have a plan to get ready to come out of it, because people are not going to take much more of this. You know, their lives have been so badly impacted. Incomes have been destroyed. You know, mine has. I can't, you know, sometimes when I go into next month, after the next 2 weeks, I drop down to, I'm losing hours, because that's how my schedule falls. It's not, you know, that's how it is. I have to be topped up with furlough pay for one of my days, but it's not drastically going to hit me, but it's still going to be a bit of a struggle for a month. You know, for the month of March, that's going to be my struggle. I can't help that, but you know, I'm not going to beat around the bush. At least I get an extra day off during the week. I get 5 days off, more chance to make more vlogs or sit down and do this sort of stuff. So yeah, it's been crazy. So I have literally, what have I been doing? Since this lockdown, I have kept myself busy. I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, I'm with Talkworks again, because I did read a stint in 2019 towards the end. So I've done it again, and I've been getting great help. I did this app called Silver Cloud on my phone. We have to read through booklets, and then you can do other bits with the toolkit. You can keep a journal, your mood monitor, meditation bits, or breathing exercises, and it does work. Some of it did, but it wasn't enough for me at the time. So I went back to them, and we had another discussion, and now I did a diary. I was asked to keep a diary for 2 weeks, so I did that over the Christmas period. And I could see where I'm working, I don't do much because I'm tired during the day and I'm sleeping. And, you know, some things, housework stuff drops off, and then I don't have time for myself. It's just literally work, come home, sleep, get up, go back to work. You know, those 4 days are quite boring. And then when I get to my days off, then it's just literally on that first day, it's housework, got to get ready, got to get this all back to normal. And it's just that cycle. So it's trying to break that cycle and find my own time to do my own things. And that's what I've done. I've managed to do things, you know. I've done, you know, I've managed to move this room around. I've got I've built a unit, and I've sorted my clothes out. You know, it's silly things like that. I'm in the you know, I've done stuff in the living room. I've got new not new furniture, but secondhand furniture. And I've done stuff. You know, I've moved. You know, this is the crazy thing, you know, I've been doing stuff to, you know, boost my, you know, make it feel like home. I know it's not going to be my home for a lot longer, you know, much longer, you know, if someone comes in and buys it, but it's for my time, you know, I should have done this a long time ago to make it more feel homey, you know, I'm comfortable and I'm not, you know, locked in. So if we ever did close the hotel, fingers crossed it doesn't, you know, I've got, you know, I'm going to be keeping myself busy and doing stuff, you know. I've got the bike is still downstairs. Haven't used it for a couple of weeks, obviously, because the icy conditions, and it's just you know, sometimes I feel better walking into work, so I've done that recently. I've done a couple of times, which has been fantastic. I'm waffling now, so yeah, so when I'll go back to the talk. So obviously now I've done my diary and but then the next one is I've set myself stuff to do over the next 2 weeks. Obviously I've included work, and that's takes up the chunk, so that's different, but it's when I'm not at work, so it's like, you know, I'm having time to myself, you know, doing photography. I've looked through all my old photos. I've been looking through old vlogs on another video channel. You know, I'm coming up with ideas for when I want to move, and I'm planning stuff like you know, when I get my extra room, that's going to be, you know, I'm going to have my bedroom, and then I'm going to have my own, I'm going to have a second room, which isn't going to be storage. It's going to be like a little mini office with stuff going on with my hobbies and stuff, like for photography and making vlogs. You know, I'm gonna have like a space in the corner for that. That's what I want to do, you know, that's the plan I've got. But obviously I can plan stuff, but it's then when I get to that's the exciting bit. It's, you know, I'm not jumping ahead, I'm starting out the marathon. It's like that slowed up bit, and you know, it's been a while trying to sell this flat. It's probably been on the market for just under on and off about for a year, and it's not really shifted, but fingers crossed and touch wood, it is going to change. We'll see, but I'm planning, you know, I've got things in my head, you know, what I've got to do and what I want to do to make my life more better, you know, but we'll see. So obviously I've done a little bit of a chat at the moment. What I want to try and do is, the time wise, I've lost the time, it must be about 5:15. I'm going to try and vlog outside in the dark. I'm going to use this is going to be my exercise bit. I'm going to try and vlog while I go down the seafront, but I don't know what it's going to be like, because at the moment it's as pitch black as anything out there, so don't even think that I'm going to be picked up on the camera. But I'll give it a go. If I don't, I'll just come back and plonk this back on here and, you know, sum up where I've been, and I'll try and get some videos outside and add it into this vlog. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I don't know, I will leave it there, and I will come back to you in probably couple of clicks or a couple of scenes. I'll probably just, if I can't film outside, which I will try, I will just do some outside shots in the dark, because I know the camera should pick up night mode, but we'll see. If I can get some talk in, I'll probably chat some more about TalkWorks and, you know, what I've been going through recently. You know, things are changing, and mindsets and motivation and stuff, not waffling on about crap about it, but just getting a general idea. I am waffling now because I've been waffling for 30 seconds, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll come back to you very shortly. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Hi guys, so obviously, as you can tell, I got drenched. The walk out was a complete bloody disaster. From the moment, actually no, it was fine until I got to about a couple of minutes up the road and the rain started. I thought I should be alright. I've got my hood up, got the camera, it wasn't too wet, it was just very, very fine drizzle. And as I got closer to the seafront, I lost the lamp, all the lamp posts, some of them were broken, so I couldn't bloody see, you couldn't see my face on camera, so it looked like a darkness and you just couldn't see anything. So it kind of failed, and then I was hoping to get a nice clear shot of the cruise ships, because we've got quite a few of them in the bay at the moment. We have since June. Obviously, if you look back from a couple of vlogs ago back in June, we've got 5 of them actually. Two of them are quite close to the seafront, so not majorly close, but they're big enough to get a decent picture on film. But I couldn't, it was just I failed. There was no one around, but you could hear me, but you just couldn't see me, so it was a bit of a waste of time. But it was nice going out anyway, going to see them. But it's just, like I said, look, you'll see the transition into nice dry mat with nice warm hoodie to a completely drenched mat, and all my hoodie and my coat are ready to go in the wash because they're drenched through with rain, and just I had so much to talk about as well. So I'm just going to try and sort of cut it all down into this couple of minutes. So what I wanted to say was my plans for 2021, which I'm going to throw quickly out, and then I'll do a proper vlog probably tomorrow when I've woken up from work. So for my plans for 2021, I want to move. I want to make more vlogs. I want some of the vlogs to involve friends and family, discuss certain things, maybe do reaction videos with them. God knows, you know, and also just have a bit of fun. You know, I'll try and do, if I do some with friends, maybe sit down with them and ask them, you know, how we met and what they, you know, how our friendship sort of changed over the last year, because they're the friends I'm talking about, the ones I work with. They have become like a mini family. Some of us are quite close. What else? I want to obviously concentrate on other interests that I've got, which won't be documented on this channel. They'll be documented on my other one, my actual one from when I was 17, 18, which has been going for God knows how long now. So I won't post a link. People who watch this might have already found it, but that's, you know, I've got stuff I want to do with that. I want to, you know, build all my friendships, get a bigger friendship circle. About 4 or 5 years ago, I met up with this, I was on this app called Meetup, and obviously my counsellor at the time for my depression said, you know, I think what you should do is meet up with new people and branch out of a group. So I did. I went on this app called Meetup, not a dating site. That's a completely different one. It's called, I think it's called Meetup. And I just sort of, I was looking through and I was looking at photography, YouTube, all different ones. But I managed to find something that I enjoyed, Doctor Who. So I met with this Doctor Who group. We went out for the day to the Doctor Who shop in London. We went to a pub and had a drink and some food. And then obviously I had to head home and we all went our separate ways, which was really good. Unfortunately, I never did see them again because I was in the process of, you know, things were spiraling out of control, and then eventually I moved down here and didn't see them again. So I'm hoping to try and do something like that, but not to do with Doctor Who. No. I want to try and sort of either do it for mental health, people meet other people with mental health, or even YouTube or photography. But we'll see. You know, that's the plan in the pipeline. But obviously, it all depends on when we're all let loose again. Because obviously, as I was walking back, I was talking about the current situation again, and how it has drastically. And I was thinking about it. It was obviously how it has this latest lockdown has drastically changed the things again. You know, it's put all our lives on hold because we are doing it to protect people. You know, again, as we're doing, we've got the resilience of us at the moment where we're protecting the NHS, saving lives, and, you know, doing the right thing. So, and as I was saying, I've got friends in the NHS and who work in care homes, and they are massively struggling at the moment. So I'll put across with Boris's blonde hair and mess and just say, you know, stay at home, protect the NHS and save lives, because, you know, I cannot imagine what people are going through, you know, who have lost members of their family, friends. It must be terrible. I'm quite fortunate it hasn't happened to me, but I can't. My thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends that have lost, you know, who have lost members of the, you know, who are people who have passed away, how they're affected. It's just, it's horrible even to think about it. You know, I am not going to waffle on about it, but and also what I wanted to say was that as I'm now at a point in my journey with mental health, and I am just trying to bloody be serious, and I've got hair down on my face, where I'm now at a point in my mental health where I am a lot stronger. I'm more, I've done my self-care, I've been selfish, I've looked after myself, and I'm at a point now where I want to try and not massively help everyone and lose control of everything. I'm going to branch out slightly and be there for people who need it. So if you are someone who watches this and, you know, has followed my journey so far, and if it has made any sense, I'm here if you want to talk. Just pop me a message. even if it's on Instagram, on YouTube, or even on my Facebook page, or if you're on my normal Facebook and you need someone to talk to, or you need in your field, or you are struggling, branch out, talk to your friends and family. There's mental health services are still going, you know, they haven't been majorly affected. They are there to help us. They massively expanded it, and they are good. That's what they're here. They are here to help us. There are so many different courses of treatments and help, what you need, you know. It could be counselling, could be CBT, it could be behavioural therapy. So much, they do so much now, and they will help. You know, you just got to fit certain criteria of different services, and if you don't fit one service, they'll move you on to another one. It might be a slightly little of a bumpy long road, but don't worry, there is help out there. I've been there. Trust me, if I can get through what I've been through, and I know some other people are much worse than me, and I'm not going to start comparing, but you know, we will find that you do find the light at the end of the tunnel again. And if you do fall down that black hole, you will come back again. You've just got to persevere and, you know, look for the help. Don't close up and stay quiet. And that goes to my friends as well. If you know someone, if you think someone is struggling, just give them a call, give them a text, because you could change that moment, you know, because sometimes they don't want to talk and branch out. They're too afraid to. I've been there many times where I didn't want to talk to anyone, and I've just closed up, and, you know, and that was that was one of my failings. But now I can do it. Just give them a call, give them a text, like I said, and just make sure they're okay. That's all they want to do, is just they can just be there to listen to them if they want to talk to you about it. So yeah, that's that. I'm not going to stop ranting on about. I'm going to stop ranting on about that. I'm waffling on about that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm really sorry. I really wanted to do an outside bit, but weather, rain, wet hair, and now I've got like these two droopy bits that I don't know what's going on, and look like I'm, you know, honestly, it's only because I brushed my hair back to stop it going in my bloody face. It's so wet. I'm going to sign off now. You're also going to get some really trendy outro sequence. It's not really 5 seconds to make, and I'll be back soon with a proper vlog, not a proper vlog, but a 2021 plan. That's what I'm going to work on next. I'm going to work on the 2021 plan. I'm going to come back and tell you what else I want. You know, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, I think, about what I want to do. So yeah, so I hope you are all staying safe. I hope you're all fine and doing absolutely amazing. Stay safe. Remember, stay at home, because we're going to protect the NHS and we'll save more lives. Remember that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You know, it won't be much longer until restrictions start to get lifted again, and the vulnerable won't be in that vulnerable position, and they've got this mass vaccination. It's the key out of these restrictions. And there will be a day soon we'll be able to we won't even have to be 2 meters apart. We'll be able to go to the pub again and have proper, you know, sit there for hours and just talk and talk and talk. We'll be able to go to the nightclubs again. We'll be able to go to the football. We'll be able to do everything we could before. You know, we've just got to keep persevering. I know we can do it as a country, and I'm not talking and I'm not being Boris, but we can do it. I will see you all very, very soon. Look out for the trendy sequence, and I will see you in a couple of days, I think, or maybe a week or two. I don't know. Anyway, keep safe, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.